The Muslims always protected the Jews. They should be ashamed of themselves, bro. They really should. When you read the history of Omar al-Khattab, who was the second caliphate, and every time the Christians took control of Jerusalem, they massacred the Jews. When the Christians took control, they massacred anybody that wasn't Christian. And the Muslims, for centuries, protected the Jews. As a matter of fact, when the Muslims conquered Jerusalem, they found that there was no Jews left. They even called and said, bring some of these Jews here now. We cannot have a Jerusalem without Jews. And how do they repay their Muslim friends? You've been watching it for the last 75 years. But you see, there's a big difference between those Jews of that time and the ones that are in control today. You see, the ones in control today, there's some white boys that came from the Caucasus, from the Georgia region, that area towards Russia, the Caucasus. These weren't the same Jews in the time of Omar al-Khattab. This is a group of people that only became Jewish like 500 or 600 years ago. So there's a lot going on here, and it's not about being anti-Semitic or anti-Jewish, but we need to be true to facts. I promise you, the Israelites didn't look like Bibi Netanyahu. I can promise you that. I promise you they weren't as white as snow. Whiter than I am, a European. I promise you that's not how Semitic people look. Semitic people are dark in nature. There's a lot going on, man. Unfortunately, I think it's all gonna boil over. And I think a lot of innocent people are gonna be pulled into a war that's gonna bring a lot of pain and suffering to the entire world. Or I should say the rest of the world, because a lot of people have already paid the price.